Hey everybody, Koricon Nala here, and we're going to be talking about Sully, the new movie directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Tom Hanks and Aaron Eckhart. It's based on a book called Highest Duty by Chelsea Sullenberger. Berger? It's got a screenplay by Todd Komarnicki. Komarnicki. I know I slaughtered that. I'm sorry, Todd. My bad. He did the screenplay, and I really liked the movie. I did actually liked it more than I thought I would. There's a lot of movies that are based on true events that can go either really well or not so well or really bad, and I was impressed on how they structured the storyline for the movie. So most movies that are based off of a true event or a tragedy of some kind, like Titanic or, Flight. Well, no, not really that one. That's not really based on a true story that much. So never mind Flight. Ignore Flight. But like Titanic or Alive, anything that deals with a true event, they usually start in the beginning of the introduction of a character and then the storyline leading up of all of the characters and what they go through, right, and then end on the event. And then maybe a little bit afterwards. The reason I had mentioned Flight is they kind of started with the character and then the accident and then what happened as an aftermath after that. However, the event that Flight is based on, nobody actually survived. It's a very, very loose based on a plane crash that happened in Alaska, so I don't really consider it a true event movie, but it does look that way. But in this one, they started with the movie, and I'm not going to give too much away, there's no spoilers in this, but they started the movie after the event, and you're introduced to the character Sully in the hotel room after the event, going in to do an interview with everybody that's dealing from the airlines and the unions and the insurance people and everybody as they're trying to figure out what happened. So automatically you're starting after the event already happened, and then you have some backflashes that go back to it. Now, on some level I would be worried about that, but when you get to the end, the ending pays off in a huge way. And when you get to the ending, you fully understand exactly why they structured the story the way they did, and I thought it was brilliant. I loved it. It's really hard to make a movie based off of a true event that we know the outcome of without, and still making it interesting or have, not a twist, but like still keep you like on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen, even though you know what's going to happen. It's a little counterintuitive, I guess, but the way they structured the story was brilliant and perfect for this movie. There were a couple of things that I had some problems with. There was some... at first I was wondering about some backflashes of why they went in that direction, and then it made sense later on. But I think if you took them out of the movie, it wouldn't take away from the effect of the rest of the movie. I don't really think it adds that much. Just a little bit more characterization on Sully's part. But by that time, we've already had so much characterization on who Sully is and what he is like and his motivations and everything. We've gotten that so deep that by the time you get to some of those backflashes, it doesn't matter. If those backflashes were earlier in the movie, then maybe, yeah, it could add to some of the characterization, but I think the effect of it was lost. But it was still interesting. It didn't distract me from the storyline or anything like that. But overall, I was really impressed at the structure of the story. That was what I was most impressed about. The practical and CGI effects that they used for the crash looked amazing. It looked real. The way that Clint Eastwood filmed it from different angles for different points of view, I thought was brilliant. Clint Eastwood, man, you're an amazing director. Keep doing what you're doing, my friend. I'm loving it. And Tom Hanks, I mean, it's Tom Hanks. It's hard to hate the guy. And he does a great Sully. However, the real life Sully has white hair and a white mustache. It was very weird to see Tom Hanks with white hair and a white mustache. I'm not used to that. It was a little odd at first. You know, the first couple of scenes you're like, "Oh, that looks weird." But then, you know, after about 5 or 10 minutes, you just accept it. It's like, "Oh, okay." It was just odd for him. But I'm sure as he gets older, he'll look like that naturally anyway, so we just got to get used to it now. And Aaron Eckhart, I thought he did a great job. He was a supporting character, but he was a very powerful supporting character and very believable. Everybody in the movie was believable as their characters. Nobody felt over-dramatized. And that was another thing I was worried about, is whether or not they would over-dramatize the entire event. And I don't think they did. It didn't feel like a documentary. It did feel like a drama. But it didn't feel like the dramatic parts were overblown to create more drama. It felt more of like a realistic drama. Of like, yeah, okay, I can see people reacting that way. Or I can see why this character would say those things. And in that aspect, I give him full props, because that's a very hard, fine line to ride. You can easily go to over-dramatized or not enough. And Clint Eastwood and the screenplay writer and the book author, the writers and Clint Eastwood, they did a great job of writing that line perfectly. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's one of my favorite movies of the year. Besides Deadpool, I have a thing for Deadpool. But it is up there. It's going to probably be in my top 10 for this year so far. But comment below and let me know what you thought of the movie. Did you think it was too much drama, not enough drama? What did you think of the structure of the story and how they put all the pieces together and puzzled the story together? Do you think it worked for the movie? I think it was amazing and worked great for the movie. Don't give away the ending. But, comment and let me know your thoughts. Also, you can check out my Patreon, my social medias, and my mailbox. You can mail me stuff. All of the links to that are in the description box below. Also, I've got a new shop of t-shirts and hoodies and stuff, and I can add more later at some point. It says Koricon Nala said I'm awesome. Because if you support the channel, you support buying a shirt or Patreon or on my social media, giving comments, liking my stuff, then you are awesome. Because the people that like me are awesome. And if you want to see other kinds of shirts, let me know. And we'll see if we can figure out how to get that design up on the shop for you. But all of that is in the description box below. You can click down there and check them all out. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And I will see you on the next video.